What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Warstu here, back with another Marvel video. So we've got a very interesting video today from one, if not the most reliable source based on their most recent track records. So if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos at the 100,000 subscriber mark. I will be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X or a Switch with any game that you want. This channel has previously given away the Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet. They cost well over £100. We've given away a bunch of Captain Marvel Blu-rays, a bunch of Spider-Man Far From Home Blu-rays, and a bunch of EndGame Blu-rays. So we do many giveaways, and we will be doing giveaways over the festive period. So obviously we are still 24,000 subscribers away from hitting 100,000. So like I say, the faster you hit the subscribe button, the faster we can get to that giveaway. So make sure to subscribe, guys. Now it's over and done with. Let's get into the title of the video. So Black Panther 2 is coming. It's being confirmed and verified during Disney 23. We've even got a release date. But what is weird, well, it's not actually weird. We haven't actually got a working title. It's just Black Panther 2. So a recent report has come out from, like I said, one of the most reliable sources. Now going forward, I'm going to judge sources on if they were, how correct they were. So if you're a source and you get something wrong, I would just, think your validity is lesser. So Charles Murphy's website is murphysmultiverse.com. I've spoken to him about this, and this is strictly a rumor. Nothing is confirmed or verified, okay? But it is interesting because before this, everyone was confirming Namor, or Neymar, I say it wrong to trigger you guys and you always fall for it. So Namor was going to be The Rock. I still think this could be true. And everyone was basing this speculation on an earthquake underneath Wakanda in EndGame. It literally has no validity. Just because there's an earthquake doesn't mean it's Namor. I mean, Namor could still feature in this movie, So it's going to be very interesting. So let's go over what Charles Murphy has to say. I will leave the full article down below. So the articles start with a massive disclaimer. That's what I like about this person. He gives a massive disclaimer. It's important to understand that because I can't verify these with a second source. So he says he's got a source who's told him this, who's been right in the past. But he says because he can't validate it with a second source, I myself trust and treat these as a rumor, which means for now and the time being, I don't believe them myself. It is important to understand that in each of these cases, the information provided would be spoilery if not turned out to be true. So please read at your own risk. So he's just giving away a spoiler warning and a disclaimer saying he's got a source that essentially has told him this information, but it might not be true because he can't validate it with other multiple sources. What a good source would do is if they're told a scoop, they'll go to a bunch of other sources and see if they're hearing the same things. And generally, if a lot of people are talking about the same thing, it turns out to be true. So take it with a pinch of salt, but this is what it says. Things I've heard this week. Doctor Doom will appear in Black Panther 2 that comes out May the 6th, 2022. Now this really does kind of squash the concept that I've been pushing that maybe The Rock would appear in the Black Adam movie. Now I know they're going to shoot Black Adam in 2020, obviously next summer, and then it comes out Christmas 2021, but obviously they would have to shoot Black Panther 2 in 2021, and then it comes out in 2022. So maybe The Rock could still be in this movie, but let's go over the report. So, Victor Von Doom will begin expanding his empire, conquering parts of Africa, and ultimately come into a conflict with the nation of Wakanda and Black Panther. That represents the entirety of what I was told. That's how it works. Sometimes I was given no additional context, no additional details, nothing at this point. You know what I know from what I was told. However, one can begin to speculate and have some fun thinking about how something like this may play out if it was true. So this is why I really like the source. And you got to remember, he was right before. He's been right multiple times. He was right about Ant-Man 3 when it was going to production. The fact that it was basically confirmed that they are making it. So Charles Murphy at _Charles Murphy on Twitter, he was right. So I was talking to him about it just to get some more details, and he says it's basically just a rumor and it would be fantastic if it was true. And I agree with that because, Kevin Feige said they want to introduce the Fantastic Four. So if they are going to introduce the Fantastic Four to the MCU, they will have to introduce some Fantastic Four villains, like Galactus down the road, Doctor Doom, so it is fantastic. And obviously Black Panther is a great character. T'Challa, you can introduce lots of different people. You can even introduce Storm from the X-Men. So Black Panther 2 would be the best place to start introducing the X-Men or the Fantastic Four. But then again, Doctor Strange, Multiverse Into the Madness would also be a great place to introduce some mutants. So let's read a bit more of what he says. We don't know when and where he will be introduced. A post-credit stinger? A solo movie, or another film? So yeah, we agree. They could literally introduce him anywhere. Given the state of things after Thanos' snap, it wouldn't be too hard to imagine someone like Victor expanding his kingdom by taking advantage of the absence of world leaders and most of Earth's mightiest heroes. If Victor survived the snap, it's entirely possible that he could have made his way south through Europe, through Middle East, and into Africa by the time 2023 rolls around. If this film does take place in the MCU present day, no information on that was given. It will mean T'Challa is back on the throne of Wakanda just in time to help defend his people, his country, and most valuable resource, Vibranium. This is of course the reason Doom invades Wakanda in the 2010 events Doom War. You can very easily imagine Marvel Studios adopting this story to the big screen. While the comic features characters from all corners of the Marvel universe, it could be told on a more intimate scale in the MCU and would have to be in order for it to be told on screen in a reasonable time frame. A big screen of Black Panther Doom War would put the focus on T'Challa, Doom, and of course Shuri, who people like me seem to think could be the next Ironheart. So this story is very interesting. As I say, Charles Murphy from murphysmultiverse.com, I would say he's one of the most reliable, legit, genuine people who does not say anything is confirmed or verified until he's got multiple sources verifying it. Marvel Studios certainly has big plans for Doom. Feige was willing to meet with Noah and discuss his much talked about script. And while it doesn't appear that script survived the Disney-Fox merger, it doesn't mean that we couldn't see parts of it, either a different Doctor Doom solo film or worked into whatever film Feige seems fit as to use Doctor Doom's MCU introduction. Now, they've got to be careful when they introduce Doctor Doom because you know how Fox messed up Galactus, etc. Well, they messed up the whole Fantastic Four, so they have to be clever. Just because it's Marvel does not mean it will never miss. There was an instant when Chris Evans publicly said, Marvel never miss. And realistically, guys, I cover Marvel. Marvel has missed before. Not every Marvel movie is good. Marvel Studios has yet to make a solo film for one of their villains. But if they were ever going to scratch that itch, Doom would be one of the most fully developed and fascinating characters, would be worthy. I agree. Marvel Studios would be wise to make sure that their Doom and their Fantastic Four are presented differently from the Fox film as possible. So introducing Doom on his own using another villain for the Fantastic Four film, then having Doom try to take over the world in another film would be a great start. Obviously, we need to see the Fantastic Four and Doom come into a conflict eventually. But while Victor is the arch enemy of the first family, he is also much more than that. Finally, using Black Panther 2 as Doom coming out party would all but guarantee another monster box office for the franchise, whilst giving T'Challa an antagonist who could truly challenge it. At this point, I'm thrilled to turn this over to you and see where it goes, but to be clear, I have no idea if this is going to turn out to be the case, but it's fascinating rumor. And as a fan, I love to be part of the discussion about how awesome it could be if it were true. Let me hear your So yeah, he's just letting you know what he thinks and wants to hear your ideas down below. So I will leave the links to the article down below so you can share your ideas if you believe it. So it would be interesting. Even if this rumor is true, it doesn't really mean that Namor, played by The Rock, couldn't really happen. It could still happen. Could. So there could be multiple villains in essentially Black Panther 2 to set up multiple different franchises down the road. So it's very interesting. And like I say, Charles Murphy's record is better than most. It really is. I'm more inclined to believe this over other websites that we won't get into. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Any video ideas down below, let me know. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing another Baby Yoda video very soon, and I will be doing some more DC stuff today. In fact, I'm posting a video about the Superman controversial news that came out, because I don't really think there's much behind it. But like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Catch you in another video very soon, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button, because YouTube has a issue with notifying people when we post a video. So we'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.